Hi dear all, I'm Dr. PLN. Welcome to my talk on thinking. Today's topic of thinking is about obtaining knowledge. Obtaining knowledge, but not acquiring knowledge. So I'm going to make some difference between acquiring knowledge and obtaining knowledge. Acquiring is a general process, a natural process. Generally, through experience, we get knowledge. Through experience, in the sense, through contexts of situations, circumstances, etc. So that is some kind of knowledge. And when any knowledge has a capacity to have application, that is called wisdom. So anyway, now I'm going to talk about obtaining knowledge in the sense we put effort to understand something. That kind of knowledge is obtaining knowledge. So what happens in obtaining knowledge? I'd like to give some example, whether you are receiving a natural process, whether that is the process of opinion. So the knowledge, whether that is truth-based knowledge or opinion-based knowledge. So the knowledge is just information, keeping something as information in our mind, that is called knowledge. Everything is knowledge in different ways, whether that is truth or not, it becomes knowledge in a sense. In some way that is connected to knowledge, the process. But the truthful knowledge is different. The truthful knowledge that directly connects to nature, the system of nature, operating system of nature. It is qualified by the systematic nature of operating system of nature. Now I'm going to give some example here, how the knowledge works for us, how we use knowledge. I'm going to give a poem-like sentences. Okay. For example, but before that, I'd like to give some example of mathematical equations. In the sense, there is something in mathematics that is, if A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then A must be equal to C. A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then A must be equal to C. If A is 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, and B is 3 plus 1 is equal to 4, and C is 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. So, however, the mathematical equation is clear and it is fixed one. There's no change at all. The same thing if applied in social situation, what happens? I'm going to give some poetic like 4 lines. Okay, so something on the same lines as a mathematical equation. Love is rose, because I'm representing the same. Love is represented through rose generally in social situations. Love is rose. Okay. Rose is red. Yes, of course, its natural general color is red. Red is danger. In again social situations, red is taken for something danger. Red is danger. Oh, okay, of course. So love is danger. Love is rose. Rose is red. Red is danger. So love is danger. This is one kind of logic. Now, many people get impressed with such kind of poetic understanding. Yes, love is danger. Yeah, okay. I'm going to tell another thing now. So one result is love is danger. Now I'm going to tell another thing. Love is rose. Rose is white. Yeah, white. Why not? We find white roses. White is peace. So in social situations, white is generally taken as the symbol of peace. White is peace. So love is peace. So now the result is different one. Love is peace. In the earlier case, love is danger. Which one is the correct one? So some people say that love is danger, and some people may accept that love is peace. Why? But there should be one. Yeah. The thing is, social situations are ever changing according to situations. Even the people are ever changing according to situations because we are socially connected with different situations, with the different people, every time changing in a sense, according to situations. The person who you were yesterday may not be the same kind of person today because of situations, because of interactions with your society and the situations around us, the people around you, all these things. That's why we cannot conform to a single thing because social situations are ever changing, but not mathematical situations. Mathematical situations are universally fixed things, but social situations are not so. So depending on the circumstances, one, whoever undergoes some situations may feel that love is danger. And some other persons, depending on their situations and circumstances, may feel love is peace. So we cannot conclude the things based on the logic. This is called logical fallacy, the flaw in logic. So something that is. Now, the flaw in logic, it is called. Whenever the flow occurs, that means it is opinion based. So whether love is danger, whether love is peace, these are all opinions rather than truth. If something is truth, that is natural process. That is natural process. No, just by listening and understanding something is poetic and something is interesting and it is connected to my previous knowledge and previous life and previous experience. If something is taken like that, that is your own opinion rather than truth. That's why it cannot stand on its own. Okay, so we need to understand when obtaining knowledge, we need to understand whether we are using opinions or we are using real truth there, which is applicable. Now, the application becomes the wisdom of the person. So, this is all about today's topic. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you got information that is useful to you. See you in the next class. Thank you.